wearing all black, being aggressive, hitting bombs. Got to hit bombs off the tee to be able to get to those small sections. And that's what I'm going to do today. Hit bombs and attack the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aloha Press. We are here, episode 14 at Edgewood, South Lake Tahoe. As you can see, this beautiful scenery with so many people. We're introduce yourselves, Jeff. What's going on?
Well, thanks. My name's Jeff. You guys probably know me. I cuss too much, and I'm on the podcast every week. But we've got Ben and my dad here. So tell a little about yourself.
Yeah, Ben, also here. Also probably cuss a little bit too much, but that's what we're here for. So let's do it.
I'm John. I'm not going to cuss at all today.
Thanks, John. We really appreciate so we want to keep our PGD 13 status or what?
We try, but some of the viewers might remember Ben. He's called in a few times. He picked the two first major winners. I think he's the only one that's picked the winners. And then my pops, he's here playing with us today. He likes to talk a lot, but he said that he's going to try to tone it down today. So
we don't talk about those.
And we've got my mom
majors
in the studio audience here today, filming us.
We do, yeah. So. We've got a full production. Edgewood was kind enough to let us record our podcast next to the lake. They I don't think they understood what a podcast was, because initially they're like, let's not slow down play. And I'm like, that's not how this works.
But her grandson does them all the time.
All the time. So they're very, 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 very nice, and we really appreciate them letting us do this. And this is I don't want to call anyone out, but this is way better than Empire Ranch. For you guys' birthday, Jeff is turning. What are you turning?
35 yesterday.
That's exciting, Ben. Ben, you're 35 also.
Not quite. Thanks though. 33 tomorrow.
No. So we got two birthdays. We're out here playing Edgewood. This is Jeff's favorite golf course. And Jeff, why is it your favorite golf course? That's the real question.
Well,
besides it being on the lake.
First of all, because Lake Tahoe is my favorite place to come hang out. Ever since we were kids, my mom and dad take us up here for vacations. This was always where we came. And then as we got older, we're lucky enough to play this course once or twice, and it's just amazing. From tee to green, the way they take care of it, and then you throw in the lake, it's by far the best course that I've ever played.
It's exciting. Ben, I know you've got a lengthy history here. I mean, do you have really good memories or what? Because my memories are like 6 holes of being hailed out, putting through hail, and then we got our money back, which I was excited about because I'm pretty sure I shot like 45 on 6 holes. How about you?
So the golf course is a little on the tighter side for my liking.
Sure.
So the trees have given me a little bit of problems in the past, but that's kind of how it goes. But, I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at what's behind us here for especially the last few holes, it's hard to really be upset.
It's like the best case scenario to shoot 105. I mean, you got the lake, you got the mountain. It's not 110.
Let's not go that far.
If I break 100, I'm going to be pretty excited today. What tee box are we playing?
Whatever one dad wants to play. We're not playing the back tees.
No.
Well, it's your birthday. You should pick.
Well,
I hope we're not playing the back tees.
The back tees
are 7,600 yards.
The back tees, it's not that it's too long. It's just, I don't know if you remember the chutes to hit through off the tee.
Yeah.
There's 3 or 4 that you have to, from the back tee, you have to hit a flat shot. It's really tough. You can't get any distance. And then you're going off to a lake on the side. So I hope we don't play the black tees. I'm not going to play the black tees. I can tell you that right now. No, black tees for me, 105 would be a fantastic score.
Today's about fun. And the race to the bottle.
And the race to the bottle.
And a small game in between it.
That's true. You want to catch everyone up on the race to the bottle?
Sure.
Go for it.
I think you're still down 21.
I was down 22.
You were down 22. You actually played well on the front 9 last time.
Sure.
Cut 5 or 6 strokes off. And then the back 9, okay, until the Aloha Press, the last hole or a couple holes, and then I think you end up winning by 1.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's down 21. He actually gave me a bottle of booze this morning.
I did.
That was just for my birthday. And he wanted me to start drinking on the way up here, but I was driving, so I didn't. So
how are the drinks up here?
Well, we all had a Bloody Mary this morning.
How were the Bloody Marys?
Good.
Came with bacon, so can it go wrong?
I don't think so.
And the breakfast burrito was good, too.
The breakfast sandwich was, besides being like incredibly hot, was delicious.
How much did you eat of it?
Like a half.
That's pretty good.
I've been on this cleanse, and we covered on our last podcast podcast. But so I went on this cleanse. I decided I was going to drink like a gallon of water a day and kind of flush out the system. I also got strep throat, pink eye, and had a fever for like 5 days.
So don't do that.
It's what you get for not drinking alcohol.
Exactly, right? I kind of, was kind of this cleanse just like Phil, but it was not good.
So I told Clarissa about that.
You're right.
That you lost 10 pounds, right? And she goes, I don't know if it might be worth it. I'm going to have to drink off the same bottle as JC just to lose 10 pounds.
Like,
She's going to take the sickness.
I thought I had a tapeworm or some shit. Like, got into some bad tequila or some shit. I don't
Well, that's
know.
why they haven't seen us in over a week and a half.
That's true.
You've
So
been sick. I've been working.
Right.
You've been working.
So we do need to initiate an apology. So, hopefully we make up for it for coming up here and giving it's a little different setting because generally we're all squished on this weird leather couch. I don't even think it's leather. I think it's like a pleather.
It's definitely fake.
It's definitely, we call it the porn couch. I don't know if you guys have seen The Office.
Slept there before myself.
You have slept there. So
By yourself?
Well, until the dog came in.
Okay.
until Diesel snuggled with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's good. So, race to the bottle. Covered Edgewood. What else is on the agenda today?
Well, for today is all about fun. Golf. Girls are going to meet us here later for cocktails. We got dinner plans and then some gambling. Like we were talking about earlier. Me and you paid for our rooms.
Right.
Because we don't get free rooms. But my dad and Ben have already said that they've paid for their rooms a couple times over at the casinos. So
sometimes the dealer's better at 21 than I am.
They can count a little faster than you can. Do you ever
Absolutely.
notice that when they put down like 8 cards and they're like, all right, 21, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, like I need to break out a calculator. There's like symbols and numbers and like pictures on these cards. Like what? Sometimes I get a little stressed out.
Well, that's predicated on you being drunk, and that has a lot to do with it. They know that. That's why drinks are free. So the more you drink, the more you gamble. The more you gamble, the more you lose. My uncle told me they didn't build those casinos from people losing, and it's a fact. So, but up here, you can't complain about this place, which is fairly remodeled, or the scenery behind us. So it's going to be a good day no matter what I shoot. So I'm happy.
Good. That's I'm excited. I'm excited to test out a new driver. And I know we posted some things on social media about me snapping the first driver I got. So, and I'm not going to give them any shout out. I don't want to give any free ads, but they graciously sent me a new driver. I went to Castle Oaks and decided to hit it, maybe some proper range balls, maybe in the proper setting on an actual driver.
So not off the
range.
cliff at your house?
Right.
Okay.
So about 10 shots going, I sure enough snapped the driver shaft again. And I just don't. So they sent me a new driver shaft, which is good.
Which is what
exciting.
you're using today.
Right. Never hit this club. So
Wow.
we'll see how it
If
goes.
you break it today, we'll catch it on film.
Yes.
But I do think it's the CrossFit. I think you're
Is it
lifting
the
too much weights.
It's too much cover 6.
Right? There's not a lot of weightlifting over on this side. We don't break our clubs.
What I heard about the first time is that when it came around the back, when it hit your back, it was too much.
I guess. I mean, kettlebell swings, maybe do less of those. I don't know. Ben, you're the pro here. What's the answer? How do I snap 2? Now keep in mind, I carry a 2-iron with an extra stiff shaft, okay? Also my 3-wood and also my driver now.
Still working on breaking 105 today, though.
So absolutely. I mean, you want to keep it in play with the 2-iron.
Yeah, good play.
So
Extra
what-
stiff
why
for
would-
straight.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
It's like a baseball bat. Is there any reason why I'd be breaking multiple driver shafts?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? Like no like
Maybe when you were out in that garden the other day, was it a lot of machete chops like this?
Yeah, I mean it was
See,
a
you just-
lot of downward motion.
I think maybe
guess.
it's the downward swing.
The-
You just
the
hitting,
lag,
it, hitting
the
it
drag,
the wrong
the-
spot on the club. I don't know. Too strong. I just say you're too strong.
That or what are you throwing on top of your golf bag when that driver's in there? Like when you ride into the golf course.
That driver has never seen the golf bag. Like literally took it out of the box, out to my backyard, snapped. Took it out of the box, carried it from my truck to the driving range, snapped. Oh, and the best part about it, so these 2 old timers are sitting out on the bar, and I, sure enough, snap it right in half. And they screamed down, hopefully that wasn't an expensive one.
Thank you, sir.
I was so mad. I wanted to throw the driver at them.
It's probably good you're not giving free advertising for that shaft because they probably wouldn't want that.
Right? Because it'd be bad.
Yeah, so that was a good move. On
Well,
your
let's
part.
blame it on FedEx
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
or
go
UPS,
Brown, I guess. I
whoever's
don't know.
bringing you your stuff.
I mean, are they like...
It has to be in the shipping.
I would think so. I mean,
So if you heard it here,
see.
don't go with FedEx.
whoa, jeez.
They don't sponsor us yet, do they?
No, they don't.
Okay, good.
They
Not going
go
to
brown.
either.
I don't know. Maybe
You
the
said it
federal
first.
government. You wouldn't be. I didn't say it first. So playing Edgewood, I'm excited. Any particular games? I know we have Race to the Bottle, but what are we? Any games that you guys want to play?
I think we should play Wolf,
Okay.
something like Wolf today, or a 2-man game
Okay.
with our handicaps,
Right.
something like that, in between the Race for the Bottle and long drives and closest to the pins and all the other crap we'll play
Sure.
today. This is the one course where I think getting sandies can actually happen,
Yeah, because the sand's great.
right? 'Cause
Yeah, if you make par, that's the thing.
yeah. Well, yes, if you make par, but you can actually get up and down from these bunkers. So
Yeah, I would agree.
So there might be some money on the line today. I actually brought cash for the first time in a while.
Did you?
Yeah.
So did I.
I mean, we are coming in less than a month after the celebrity tournament here, so the golf course should be in
Should be in
prime,
pretty
prime
good shape.
I agree.
All right. Anything else we got to cover?
Well, what else? What else you got on the agenda? We did get our tank tops and black camo hats in yesterday, so we'll fill those orders that we took. We're getting ready to work on the subscription box some more.
We are.
Is
Yep,
it tea
absolutely.
time?
I have no. I'm just.
Or is it hot?
We've only been doing this for 11 minutes.
Oh, do you want to go see the strippers at the
Yeah. Well, let's
club or what?
Let's back
Let's
that
get
up
it.
a
So
second.
I heard a story. Jeff and I came in this morning to South Lake, but I heard there was some talent at the blackjack table last night, and no one gave us a call. No one said, "Hey, you got to get up here early." What was on the tabletop
be
last
Ben.
night?
No. That came from someone else's mother.
Oh yeah, it's my mom. She's over here, but she was talking about. She called them the naked girls first,
The naked girls.
but then they weren't really naked.
They're go-go girls at the Mont Bleu, and they got a G-string on, a little tight bra, and they were all dressed in black, and they were dancing around.
Do they dance by the table?
Right as you come in, right as the main entrance where they play that big pickup they're giving away.
Sure. Okay.
They're all really
Okay.
young girls, and yeah, there were a lot of guys standing around staring, and yeah, it was a
If
scene.
Eddie was here, him and Christian would have been standing around there
Oh, absolutely.
buying those
yeah.
like drinks you get out of the slushy machine.
those ones with the long straws.
Yeah.
the carry
Yeah.
around one. Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Just kind of staring at them. That's well.
I just always feel weird about playing blackjack while people are dancing above me. I just feel like it's an unfair advantage.
For who? You? Because you're not paying as much attention as you should.
Exactly. Like,
Okay.
should I split it? Should I double down? I just don't know which direction.
Well, that was
Sensory overload.
that was Friday night,
Right.
so I'm assuming they'll be out there Saturday night.
Yeah, they've got a big setup there where they come in and enter, and a couple cages there. So they'll be there again tonight. So that's where Steve will be parked, right underneath the cage on his back.
After dinner, we'll come back, hit up Hard Rock, Mont Bleu, and I would like to take over a table tonight.
Absolutely.
Maybe like a $10 or $15 table.
Right. Yeah. We.
Not like Ben going to the,
high roller
room or
table.
whatever
I
you
played
do.
the $15 table last night.
Okay. And how'd you do last night?
We don't need to talk about it. I paid for my hotel room.
Oh,
It paid for your hotel room. You have a lake view? I heard.
I do have a lake view.
I have a parking
I
lot
have
view.
I have an Edgewood / lake view. It's not
It's pretty
a bad
spectacular.
view.
Well, tell us about your morning since you got up here last night.
Yeah, I mean, I was responsible last night, which is a rarity for those of you that know me. And so only had a couple beers last night. Was able to get up nice and early. Took a walk down the lake. Red Bull in hand, though. You know, got to get the day started right.
Right.
You actually scouted the course a little too.
Well, I took a walk by the lake or by
Alright.
the golf course, coming back to the hotel. You know, just to make sure it looks good.
What were you pacing off pins today? What were you doing? Make sure your yardage
Gotta
book
get
was
your
squared
yardages.
away. I mean, had your laser.
Got to know where the
laser out
bunkers
there?
are at.
What do you think? A club difference up here?
I'd say a club difference. And if the wind's blowing, 16 you're coming to the lake, 17 you're on the lake, and 18 you're on the lake. If the wind's blowing against you, it's a little harder on that hole. But the inside holes aren't that bad. But yeah, it's at least a club. The ball flies up here.
Well,
Flies.
I remember when I don't know how long ago it was when we played. I think it was in the little trips that we take up here with Steve.
When it was horribly windy.
and it was so windy. It was like 3 wood or
Yeah.
hybrid trying to hit it 160 yards.
Yeah, they offered us our money back. It was so windy. The guy from Fairfield drove up here every day, and the pins were bending halfway down to the thing. He said, "If you wanted your money back," which they never want to do at a golf course like this. But we played anyway, and it was very tough.
Tell
Very
me about
tough.
it. We barely got our money back at my bachelor party.
Today looks
True.
fantastic, so no complaints. And if you get to 16, you look and start seeing the lake, and you're on it, you forget about what you're shooting. You just want to, but you don't want to go on the beach on 17 because there's people watching all the time.
question for you guys.
Sure.
You guys have all played here a couple times. Favorite hole on the golf course?
I think mine now is the redone number 9.
Number 9, yeah.
I like the redone number 9 where they got it along the lake a little bit more. Because last time we played, they just finished it. That was pretty cool. So that's my favorite.
I like 17 because it's on the water and it's the reason why you come out here, and it's like the most difficult iron shot for me. Just because of the wind. I mean, if you hit a big old slice, it's hopefully going to be either on the beach or the wind's going to push it back on the green, and it's just, I don't know, it's a fun walk up to 17.
It is. Mine is 16. It's a long hole directly at the lake. There's a tree in the middle of almost in the middle of the fairway. Yes. Halfway down, if you hit a driver, you're in trouble. If you go on the right, you're in the sticks. You go on the left, you're in the sticks. Then you go to a figure 8 green. The sand traps around it. They have a pin on either side. You know, it's a shot to the green that makes it there. So a little tough on me.
I've always struggled on that one. That's a tough one.
It's a tough par 5.
Yes.
Par 5, right?
Yes.
Feels like it anyway.
Yeah, that's a big boy par 5. But so here's my question for my dad. So 6 packs out here, what, like $36?
It was last time I bought one.
Last time we played. Do you have anything stocked in your bag?
I've got stuff in my bag, and I got a full bottle of Jack, a 1.75 in my car. If anybody wants to load it up.
All right. See, we got some booze. I got the bottle of Bullet that you got me this morning.
Yeah. Okay.
So I forgot my gun in the car.
You forgot your gun?
Yep. Just remember that.
Well, we won't need that because last time we had a guy that needed to be arrested on 18.
Yeah. Oh shit.
We're in Nevada, so it's laws
yeah.
are
We did.
different.
They were chasing the guy down 18.
That's legal here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything's
Yeah,
legal here
totally.
in Nevada.
Yeah. Except marijuana, I think. No, that's legal too. Shoot. It's progressive.
Yeah. Always. CBD.
So the CBD thing came up on the way up here, and we were talking about pain and stuff. Did you bring any gum?
I walked by a
CBD
CBD shop
gum?
just right out here off the golf course this morning.
Did you buy any gum?
No, it was not open
No
yet.
Phil Mickelson CBD gum?
I did not.
No. I don't know.
Probably could use some for the
I
back,
could use
though.
some lotion, yeah, for the back or the neck.
Yep. I did bring some cigars. Are you guys okay with smoking some cigars?
I'm not a cigar smoker, but
I will. I want my mouth to taste like ass in the morning.
Do you?
Yep.
They're good cigars.
Burping up whiskey and mouth tastes like shit.
As good of a summary as I've heard in a while.
That's what's good, right?
Ben's all in.
Yeah.
Ben,
I mean,
are you down?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Did you bring a cutter and a lighter?
I did not bring a cutter.
A lighter?
Maybe. It might be in the
So
golf
we're
bag.
just gonna be like Will Smith.
You just gotta
For the
bite
look,
it off.
I just bite it.
Yeah, you just gotta rip it off.
Maybe the cart girl will have a cutter.
Well,
She
at least
probably will.
they'll have cart girls here.
Yes, they do have cart girls here. So the last time I played here, I don't like to be this guy, but maybe I was so excited to get to the next hole. But I left my 60-degree wedge, and the cart girl picked it up, right? And I was like, oh, I called her. And she didn't bring it back for 12 holes.
How'd you have her number?
Well, I called the pro shop.
Oh.
She's not on Instagram. Okay. That's the average cart girl.
Yeah, we have. If we see cart girls today, we'll try to get them on the show though.
We will. Maybe get Amanda back on the show. I don't know. Is that her name? No, Courtney.
Amanda's from
Tacoma.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, anything else that we need to cover?
I'm ready to hit the range.
I'm ready to see if I'm going to snap this driver or not. I'm pretty excited.
I think
about
we're all
that.
going to have a good day today and hopefully a fun day and have a few drinks, have a blast tonight, and have a good weekend. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Good company and good friends. That's it.
Love it.
And recovery tomorrow.
End in 32 with a bang.
Love it. All right, guys. Thanks again for listening. The download. I hope you enjoyed our first ever in-person guest. We usually do it on an iPhone, and it sounds like crap. So hopefully this setup was a little bit better. Hopefully the setting was better. Really appreciate Edgewood letting us set up and kind of take over their patio. So with that being said, let's get after it, boys.
Think about the content we're going to have after today.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful.
Right? So check back in next time.
All right. Later, guys.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to part 1 of the podcast. Jeff and I decided after recording that we needed to record part 2 of the podcast and kind of give you guys a recap of what happened up at South Lake Tahoe after the round of golf. So this is part 2. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Please leave some comments and a review in our Apple, Google Play, all that. So hopefully you guys enjoy. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Aloha Press podcast. We are back on the porn couch. This is our recap of Edgewood, little birthday weekend. Joined here today with less guests, which is I enjoyed our guests, Jeff. I think they added a unique experience.
They did. It was a little weird at first, I got to admit. You're just kind of sitting out in the middle of the open, people walking by. You got
Right.
two guys that have never been on the podcast.
Never held like a microphone. Well,
Yeah.
I know your dad has, but
Oh, a lot. But, we didn't script anything. We didn't tell
No.
them what to say. We didn't tell them the questions we were going to ask because we didn't even know. So it was different, but it was fun. And watching some of the playback, it's, you can't beat that view. So
no, and Edgewood was kind enough to set us up, like literally on the lake.
they
Like,
kind of thought we were a big deal, which was weird because we're not at all.
no,
But
not
they
at
treated
all.
us really, really well for that, established and nice of a place. Shit, we couldn't even get that treatment at, what was the one course we played at in Calaveras?
Oh yeah. That was. They did not give a shit.
Yeah, they
about
didn't
us.
care at all. Edgewood,
No.
you go there, they got $300 tee times. They're completely booked, and the guy's
Absolutely.
like, "Oh, that's awesome! Come on out. We'll put you back here. We got lake view, right? We got weddings going on. We'll steal some chairs from there, hook you up."
It was
They put
cool.
the little the rope out, and
Yeah.
keep people away. Like I felt like a big deal, even though we're not. But
And now they're adding, they're like liking our photos and stuff on Instagram,
Yep.
and they've got like 16,000 followers. We're like peanuts to them, and they're reaching out, which is good.
we keep giving them love. Someday maybe they'll give us a discounted tee rate. I don't know.
Maybe it'll be a. It was funny. So we came back from the trip, and they're like, "Oh, Edgewood comped you?" Like, I'm like, absolutely not. They were happy to have us there, and happy for the free advertisement, but they happily took my credit card.
Yeah, they were not comping a primetime Saturday round.
They weren't comping anything but the waters and the range balls.
That's about it.
Yeah, and the views, which was good.
Yeah, and well, like we said, they were packed, but we didn't mind playing a 6-hour run, even though I think we actually played pretty quick.
It was pretty quick. We didn't really have to wait too much, except on like 16, which is kind of normal.
Yeah,
2-shot hole. So it was fun, and it was enjoyable. And the more I look back on part one, and you guys are gonna get to take a look at it, and then we're gonna release a little short film about kind of our day and some of our favorite holes and stuff. And but looking back and being back on the porn couch, it's just fun. It's just fun to be up there. And I know we talked about in part one, but I really honestly, I did not care what I shot. Because when you're spending $300, me personally, I can't go out there because I'm not a great golfer and expect to shoot the best round of my life.
you can't get mad. If
No.
you get mad, there's something wrong. It's the experience. It's not a lot of times. We don't play a lot of golf where we're worried about the experience. We want to go shoot good scores. And I keep hitting myself in the face with this fucking microphone.
You can move it.
But that's the type of course where you legitimately take it all in, see the views. Hopefully you have a couple good holes that you can remember, a couple really good shots, but you don't care about, chunking one in the water or something like that where you normally want to break your club. You're just like, oh, well, that was a $5 golf ball. Let me find another one and we'll go hit the next shot.
It's one of those courses where I don't mind taking. Well, you guys will see to our blog post, Race to the Bottle. I took several X's.
You did take a couple. Yeah. Somebody asked me, who was it? Oh, Travis was messaging me because I was asking him about golf for my brother-in-law's wedding, and we're working on that. But he's like, "So how'd you play at Edgewood? What'd you shoot?" And I told him, I think I shot 76. We all played pretty rough on the front, and then not too bad on the back. He goes, "What'd JC shoot?" And I said, "Well, I can't tell you because we got a couple X's on the card this time."
It was rough, but it was fun. I mean, again, like you said, it's just about having some of those good holes and just enjoying the experience itself. And Edgewood really sets you up for that awesome experience, especially when they're charging you $300 a round.
Yeah.
You better have an amazing time. But from, I don't know, just pulling in the parking lot and setting up for the podcast, which was cool. And then freaking breakfast was amazing.
Yep.
Super hot sandwiches, but
Hot as what? Those things came out flaming. They were delicious though.
yeah, they were super good. And then
The whole thing about Edgewood for me, like when we talk about the experience, it's like you said, from the time you enter the gate.
yeah,
Like you enter those front gates and there's not a piece of grass that's, on the ground. Everything's pristine. The restaurant, that bar, Brooks Bar, and the pro shop's awesome. So yeah, I don't know. That's why it's my favorite place.
well, and It was you and Ben's freaking birthday weekend, and you know, at times, you know, you're gonna have a lot of birthdays, but you know, sometimes you just want to kind of go all out and freaking have a good time. And if that's your favorite place, then screw it. Like, spend the money and just go enjoy it. Is that your agent?
Is that work?
That is. I don't know if that's work or not. That's a decline.
I'm not.
Leave me a message.
I'm not answering that one.
You're already at work right now.
Right?
It's called
Yeah.
the Aloha Press.
What were we talking about? Birthday? Well, that's the thing. I'm glad you talked me into it because remember we wanted.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to go play at some course in Folsom and have a barbecue, which we can do any weekend.
Yeah, and those things are out there, but
Yeah, no, I'm glad you talked me into it. And for us, we're lucky enough that we can wake up in the morning, drive an hour and a half, and we're there.
right.
You know, other people, it's a destination. It's they
Yeah.
got to make a trip or a vacation out of it. We can just be like, oh, I'll get a 12 o'clock tea time, wake up at 8, and I'm there. I'm ready to go.
And it was, I don't know, and for me it's more than just, I mean, because we got there well early, and we got there way before Brooks Koepka ever would show up to a tee time.
I love that he got there 45 minutes before, hit a couple balls, and then just like, here we go.
And we'll talk about this later. I played in this freaking scramble or whatever, and that's kind of the outlook I took. I was like, that's how we normally play golf. Like, we're not showing up an hour and a half, 2 hours early.
Honestly, at Edgewood, I got anxious, way too anxious, because
Yes.
like, I just want to go play. Like, I hit balls already, which I never do. You know, that's pretty rare. And then I've eaten breakfast. I've had a Bloody Mary. And what are we going to do? We got to go back to the bar and have another drink because we got 45 minutes to
Yeah,
kill.
exactly.
You know, and all I want to do is get on the first tee. So I'm more of show up right around tee time and go.
Yeah, because I mean the range is awesome. It's beautiful. It's out by the lake, and they give you just, you know, a large amount of range balls to hit. And I think I was just pounding them one after another.
Well, you'd get about a quarter of the way through the nice triangle they had stacked up, and then next thing you know, the guys there refilling it.
Yeah, and then
You
you're
know,
just
so-
like, how many range balls am I probably hit 200 range balls.
Right? It's like, no wonder my neck hurts, my back's sore before we even go out because, you know, I've just fucking played a round of golf.
Exactly. So I thought that was cool. And then going in the back to the bar, and then I don't know, first tee is always, I don't know, it's always a fun hole. It's not too long, super wide. It's an easy start to the day, and it was yes, like we talked about, the front nine was a challenge.
It was, and it's not that hard.
No,
It's
not
really
at all.
not, but we made it a lot harder than it was. But, you know, you're rusty. When you don't play for a month,
Exactly.
you know, and then you get out there and you've got to, you know, essentially deal with the altitude and the cocktails and, you know, just paying attention a lot of the times to what's going on around you because it's so beautiful.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot more than just golf. You're not really worried like, oh, if I three putt, who cares?
It's no big deal. Like, and I think we kind of took it to, like, you know, how the American Century Classic, like, if you get a double, just like, whatever, just pick it up. Just Charles Barkley rules.
Right.
And so that was fun.
Unless you're my dad, because he has no problem making an 8 and telling you about it.
He was rather excited about like the string of sixes he put together on the par threes.
You know, I was looking at the scorecard. I think he ended up shooting 95.
Okay.
But he actually played pretty well, except
Yeah.
for the par threes. He was about 15 over on the 4 par threes. Other than that, he played pretty good golf.
Yeah, he had that what do you guys call it? The Tahoe slide, freaking working.
Oh, he's the king of the Tahoe slide. He doesn't really get it up over the trees. He wraps it around the trees and brings it back somehow.
Yes.
But you know, that one shot, I forget what hole it was, maybe 14.
I think it was 14 when he hit it literally left of the pine trees.
Left of
off
the
tee
trees.
box.
Cut it around the trunk and then brought it back out into play.
Yeah, in the middle of the fairway, which is great.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I had a blast up there. I don't know. That's my dream. I wish I could go up there every weekend and play, but obviously we don't make enough money to do that.
No, but it's, you know, it's one of those things once a year, like, spend the money and let's go. And it was cool. So let's get into the round real quick. I know the front nine wasn't great. What was your one hole that you were like, this is awesome?
Well, pre podcast or whatever the before podcast, you know, I talked about the 9th hole, which I love
Sure.
that because they redesigned it with the building of the hotel and they put it along the lake. I 3-putted for bogey, so I don't really like that hole right now. But when I play Edgewood, you always end up thinking about 17. 17 and 18,
Right.
the 2 holes that run along the water. So, and I just happened to play my best golf on those 2 holes this day. So those are my favorite.
Okay, makes sense. So I had forgotten about number 9 and how that they had pushed it closer to the beach with the hotel, and I had some tree trouble, which then I had some weeds trouble, and then I had some bunker problems. It was a rough hole, but looking out and just seeing people were on the beach having a good time and just having cocktails, and then people up on the balcony playing music from the hotel. It was kind of changed my outlook on hole number 9. Like that could easily be the finishing hole.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great hole, and it's tough because if you hit a ball a little too far, it's like a straight drive because it curves right, you've got some 100-foot pine trees that you've got to manage to get it on to that back pin area, which was in that day. And then, there's other distractions like Ben had. Ben had the chipping yips because there was a couple girls in bikinis hanging out behind the green. So
I don't think he even took a practice swing. He was so excited about hitting this chip shot.
he was not
in front of all
looking at
these
the
hotties.
hole. That's for
No.
sure. He was not looking at the hole.
Which I think he was reminiscing about the cocktail waitresses dancing on the blackjack table.
Right? And
from
then my
from the
dad's
night
like,
before.
"Hey, Ben, check it out."
hey, look at these hotties.
Go
Huh?
on, yeah.
We get over to the cart and we're taking, freaking selfies, and Ben is, like, Ben, you can't take a selfie with them. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if they're of age. It's getting awkward.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was weird. But that's the way it goes. That's Edgewood. And I don't know. So the round itself was not great golf wise, but just I don't know. The one thing I like about Edgewood is it's minimal rough. The bunkers are just in unbelievable shape, and the greens for being, after a harsh winter and seeing so much traffic, especially late in the season, the greens were in unbelievable shape.
And they are sneaky fast. Like they are
Yes.
for Polana greens. And like you said, they take a beating. They just had that tournament come through. Like you think, all right, they might be bumpy and a little slow. No, they were kind of like lightning.
Yeah.
And which, once you get used to it, it's not bad. But trying to lag putt is not easy because there's a lot of undulation in the greens too.
Exactly. A lot of balls that you kind of like. That's the disappointing part about Edgewood being so expensive, and we're not able to play it as often as we'd like. So you kind of forget about some of the pin placements where you're kind of trying to hit shots into sections of the greens to let it feed to the holes. And I know you and I had a couple problems where we're like, fuck, if I would have just remembered this bowl was there, I don't need to attack the pin.
Yep.
I just need to hit it in the bowl and it's going to feed to the hole.
Number 2 and number 10. Those are the
Yeah.
two holes that got me. I went at the flag, and both of them I came up a little short and ended up in the water when I could go a club more and hit it to the right
Absolutely.
side, middle of the green, and it's going to funnel right to the hole. And
Yep.
you forget about it, Well, and we always go at the flag, so
We tend to not take Bernie's perspective, just hit it to the middle of the green and 2-putt because par is a great score. I had to constantly remind myself, let's just try and make a par. Because I'm.
This is shout out to Bernie, but we do say every time we play golf, par is a good score.
Because it really is. Shooting 105 is not a great score. Par is an unbelievable score.
Yep.
But at the same time, you want to have birdie putts, and it's, you want to attack it and hit it close and stuff. And it was cool. So for me, looking back at the round, 17 I got rejected by the giant sand bunker in the front. But it was, I don't know, just seeing the lake, it's still my favorite hole. It's a tough iron shot. And even if you do, hit into the beach like Ben and your dad did, it's still it's an unbelievable walk, and it's so much fun to try and get up and down, and it's just when the waves are crashing and on South Lake Tahoe, it's unbelievable.
And the breeze kind of just started to pick up when we hit
Yeah.
17, so you had that little breeze coming off the lake. You can't beat 17 and 18, and I was just, the thing I didn't remember, is how short 18 is for a par 5. Every once in a while at Castle Oaks on number 13, you have a short iron in. If you really cut the corner or something like that. We just hit normal drives down the middle.
Yeah.
And I had a wedge to a par 5.
Well, you bombed it.
I did.
First of all.
I did, but it's fuck, for the 16,
Yeah.
you're hitting driver as far as you can and a hybrid.
Yeah.
And then you come to this one, but I don't know. The fairways were hard and fast, so if you kept it low, the ball rolled forever.
And it's a cool finishing hole because I think Edgewood does a really good job of like risk and reward with the lake on 18 is in play, which we saw. Someone, I think, hit the freaking cart path little like curb and bounced back into play.
Oh, that my dad's second shot.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And then you got the lake left and you got bunkers surrounding. So yeah, you might be hitting wedge, and it's a cool finishing hole where you can make some memories and you can make eagle.
Yep.
And freaking smoke me on the Aloha Press.
That's a great way to finish. Birdie eagle. I mean, I was on cloud 9 sitting in the clubhouse having a cocktail afterwards, just because played so shitty on the front 9, and then you kind of end it like that. You always makes you want to go play again.
Well, and and I didn't have that type of finish. I think I had a par bogey triple finish, but it just the views itself, and then walking up and seeing all the wedding parties, and then we met up with the rest of our party because it was these guys' birthdays, and we had some cocktails in the bar and just kind of hung out, and it was a cool good way to relax after the round.
It was, and the weather was absolutely perfect. I mean, we had, I think it was maybe mid 70s.
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
Light wind, like it was ideal, especially when you're thinking about back home's been 107.
Exactly. It was almost pants weather for me.
That's true. We're not very good at picking what kind of outfit to wear.
No, we're not.
We were dressed appropriately this day.
We were.
You still didn't put sunscreen on.
No, so a couple days afterwards, I'm like, my neck's kind of itchy. It's like my wife's like, you dumbass, you got sunburned.
Spent 8 hours in the sun at what, 7,000, 6,000 elevation.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the sun.
Yeah, but. And we stood by fire pits all night too.
We did, yeah.
Maybe that.
Little wind burn is cool. But so after the round, you guys took us to a restaurant that I had never been to. We actually kind of got lost on the way going there, but kind of finished off with a pretty good meal. It was one of the better meals I've had in recent months. The freaking Chat House.
Chart House.
Chart House? I've been calling it the Chat. I even run down my notes. I wrote it Chat House.
Yeah, the Chart House.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I've been there. I've been there before.
I'm pretty sure it's the Chat House. It'd be way cooler if it was the Chat House.
We were chatting a lot.
We were.
We had a big table and a big group and brought more people than we were supposed to. And my wife, that freaked her out. We got back to the hotel after the round of golf. I got a little buzz going at this point.
Yeah.
And,
we had those teenies. What were you drinking?
Yeah, But she's worried about us bringing too many people for the reservation. She goes, because she made it for 12 or whatever,
sure.
And then my sister surprised us and came up and brought her baby, and we had Chase, and then Eddie shows up.
Yeah.
So now we got 15 people, and the lady told her, well, we got no room where you're at, essentially. And I looked at my wife, and I'm like, stop stressing. What are they going to do, tell us to leave?
Like, we'll happily go somewhere else.
Like, they're not going to tell us to leave. They're going to find a way. That's a lot. That's a big group. That's a lot of money for them.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. And then I said, if they tell us to leave, we'll go back to the freaking state line, and there's a million places. I'll go eat at the Beef.
Exactly.
So.
And so I'd never been there, and just the views itself. I mean, it's probably not environmentally friendly to knock down a couple pine trees, but I'd have knocked down a few of those and created a little bit better view of the lake.
Yeah, the lake. I mean, even where we sat, we had a window view of the lake, and it was perfect. But yeah, you top a couple trees there, you'd be good to go.
You charge a little more for those.
You probably
things.
have people, when they found out that was going to happen, start living in the trees and
Exactly.
shit, like Berkeley,
fucking hugging trees for a couple days.
Yeah.
But so the restaurant was great. At least the steak I had was freaking unbelievable, and it was cool. It was a good experience.
No, it was great food, and I was so stuffed by the end of it. I wanted to take a nap. Luckily, I caught my second wind and actually made it out to the casinos. Didn't gamble, but I had a lot more drinks. Your wife was pretty good at keeping my hand full.
Well, exactly. It's your birthday. I mean, she kept you and Ben pretty full.
Yeah, she was bringing me Jack Daniels like it was water, and then Big Ed shows up, and they go get the guitards.
Right.
Which vodka, I don't know, half a cup of vodka.
So explain the guitards, because many people might take offense to the word guitard. And I don't think and they might take offense. Who gives a shit? The guitar, I never knew anything about it, but like
that's what they're called, though. That's like
no,
name. We're not making that up.
If you go to the Hard Rock and you go to the bar inside their restaurant, they have their special drink, and I don't know if it was named after E3 or maybe someone helped create it because of his.
He probably had a hand in it.
He probably did. He was in there mixing drinks at one point in time.
So I've heard of them a bunch. You know, they always get them when they're up there.
Yeah.
And I've never actually had one because I'm always just drinking whiskey, you know,
Yeah.
or Red Bull vodkas. And then they brought me one, and it's not in a cocktail cup; it's in a big cup, and it's like half a glass of vodka, some fresh squeezed lime, orange juice, Red Bull, and that's it.
Oh, really? That's it?
Yeah, it's
that
not.
sounds pretty good.
And it's very citrusy, and it. Sorry for the cussing, but it fucks you up.
That's
it
what
really,
happens.
It really does, especially when you got that in your left hand and a double Jack and Coke in your right hand, and your wife's like, "Hey, you need another one?" I'm like, "Yeah,
I guess.
You know, let's go."
Let's get after it.
So, but
So that was cool. So the boys had some guitars and hung out just in the front of Hard Rock where that fire pit's at. I don't know what that restaurant's called, but
I don't know. I always just call it the fire bar.
the fire bar.
There's just fire everywhere.
And that was cool. We had some cocktails and enjoyed the night. And you know, I had to kind of check it in a little early. I had to get back up the next day and travel back down to Iona to play in a golf tournament. But you guys were able to kind of venture out. Where'd you guys go after the fire bar?
Well, some people went and watched Artie the One Man Party, so I don't know if our listeners know about him, but he's the one man show over at Harrah's. I've seen that too many times, and I think last time I actually got kicked out because of Christian, because it's a no cell phone area.
Okay.
And Christian was acting like an idiot, and I was filming it.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to film Artie. Believe me, I could care less about Artie.
Yeah.
I was filming my friend, and the lady security guard, who was about 75, was not happy about it. Something about copyright and stuff like that. I'm like, woman, believe me, like this is not going on YouTube, and I'm not going to try to make money off of it. So we got kicked out, but I didn't want to go back. Some people went, but we ended up at Fat Burger, which is like a must every time I'm up there.
2 a.m, right?
Didn't matter that I had just eaten, a steak and mashed potatoes and appetizers, and they brought me cake and shit. And I'm like, I could throw up. I'm so full right now. But yeah, I want a fat burger. I want some fat fries. Let's go.
Hey, that's the way it goes. So what'd you guys do the next day? Did you guys just head on home and?
Well, I thought the plan was, because I knew you guys would be gone because you got your tea time.
Yeah.
I thought the plan was to sleep in, wake up, and go grab a bite to eat on the way out of town.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I woke up and I called my mom. I'm like, all right, where are you guys all at? And they're like, oh, we're like 15 minutes from home.
What?
Because Gemma got up at like 6:30. Eddie had to drive back to work.
Yeah.
And so they were all up, and they're like, well, we're not going to wait for 4 hours till you get up. So they're all gone. So we just got in the car, got some Starbucks, and then waited in that horrible traffic, all the way till 89.
Yeah.
And I was going to take 50 home, but the traffic was out of control going
horrible.
back towards Sac. So we took 88 and cruised in, and it's kind of funny because we didn't eat. So we were hungry, and it was like 1 o'clock now. And I looked at my wife. I'm like, you want to try something in Buckhorn? And she's like, no. What, are you going to take me to the Buckhorn bar? Where's there to eat in Buckhorn? And so I told her, I was like, well, when I used to work up here a lot, I would go get the sandwiches from the IGA market up there. And so we got those, and they were absolutely delicious.
The IGA sandwiches are delicious.
She didn't believe it. She walked in there, and she's like, the meat department's amazing. Like, it's clean. Like, this is not Buckhorn.
No, it's not.
You walk out of there, you got fucking trailer parks and bars and, bums. But that place, they do a really good job.
They do a super good job. And then, so they're cleaning up Buckhorn. When I was working day shift, there's some people in that town that are really cleaning it up. And if you ever get a chance to try 88 Cafe, it is super good. They've got.
Is that tucked back by the Take and Bake?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Super good. Very nice people in there. They've got some really interesting smoothies. And
like the names of them, or what's in them?
I don't know. They always makes me some like weird like healthy concoction that this is good for your colon or some shit. I don't know.
I need to go up there then.
You do,
right?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna start a cleanse.
Are you gonna start a cleanse?
I need to.
You gonna lose 10 pounds?
So this school that I'm in right now,
yeah,
I love it because I don't have to go to real work, and I'm away from the office and not paying attention to anything that's going on, and just getting really smart at school.
Yeah,
but I drink every night when I get home because it's like day shift hours. There's no stress. Come home. My wife made me dinner 4 nights in a row.
Oh,
Then I had different cocktails. It's like, all right, I love this, but it's also not very healthy for
It's
me.
not very healthy.
I did sleep like a baby though, so. But I do need to start a cleanse. I think Monday.
Monday's the cleanse, huh? I think
Something healthy.
don't go the route I went. Like don't like, and I know I've got like some allergy thing now. I actually went and saw my doctor. And I see a doctor every year, because you're supposed to for whatever your insurance, whatever. And he's like, "So how you been feeling?" I'm like, pretty crappy. Like I think I had pink eye and like strep throat and a fever. It's like, well, you're over it now, right? And I'm like, well, I think. I mean, aren't you supposed to
I'm here. I'm
investigate
here
this?
for you to tell me.
He's like, well, what'd you take for it? I'm like, Dayquil? He's like, oh yeah, you'll be fine. And I'm like, I lost 10 pounds. I couldn't swing a golf. I felt like Brooks Koepka with losing all that weight. I'm not in the body issue, but I mean, what the hell is going on?
Well, see, that's kind of my worry. It's like, say I do this cleanse,
Sure.
or I try to eat clean and healthy, and I stop drinking. My body's going to go into shock
Yes.
because for a long time, like that's been my lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
And you don't want it to change your golf swing. I mean,
I need to play more golf.
par, birdie, eagle, it's in the cards. I mean, you're in the right direction.
That is that. And I'm sorry, Ben. We were tied.
Were you really?
Going into 16?
Ah,
But
at least his wheels didn't fall off like mine. Hey, if you guys wondered, I did not break my driver. I also swung it like a complete wussy because I was so terrified of snapping it in half. But
yeah, you did drive it terrible.
it was horrible.
You've been.
It was-
It's the first time with the new driver, but you were hitting bombs with the old driver.
I might need to buy it back. Like
Who got it?
Wade Tinson.
Wade's farm got it.
Wade's farm got it. He invested in it himself and some golf.
How much did he buy it for?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Because he'll sell it to you for double that, probably.
Oh, I know he will. Yeah. Like it. I used to hit giant snap hooks with that thing, but I could reach 285, 290 with that thing easily. Now it's like, but I made some adjustments. I'm not giving up on the new driver yet.
Well, you know what? You had a scramble the next day, which is a good day to go out and test the driver and kind of
Right.
screw around. So
It was better. I had reached that same distance. It just wasn't at the same consistency, and I think it had a lot to do with just I was putting the ball in the front of my stance, teeing it up about 4 inches up, and just trying to hit it as hard as possible.
of course, at altitude, you
just-
want to just hit fucking bombs like Phil. And
Exactly. So I think our team. So we went to the next day we went to Native Sons, played in the best ball tournament, which is a lot of fun. I actually won a new rangefinder. Yeah, I've never heard of the brand, but it's
does it work?
it
Is
works in
like,
the house.
Oh, so it's well, it's got to be better than the one
Oh,
you
it's
have.
so you click the little button and it like makes the adjustments for you of like yardages. So if you move it a little bit, it just automatically. I'm not having to hit the side of it anymore, which is
I like
cool.
that. I mean, mine's about to die too, so now at least we have one in the group that works.
Yeah, exactly. So it was cool.
Was
so
that in the raffle or like long drive or close to the pin?
closest to pin, yeah. I knocked
What
it
hole?
to about. It was number 11. It was playing about 135.
That you know what? Back when we first started golfing together, when you
Yeah.
played this nice hook, that was your go-to hole.
So I hit a probably 2-yard draw, and the thing just hit, stuck, and spun dead left. It was like the old
Where
days.
was the stick?
It was back left, black flag,
Oh, that's
up on the
that
hill.
is ideal.
Oh yeah, it was. I was really excited about golf at that moment in time.
Did you make the birdie?
So I stuck it to about 8 feet and missed the side hill putt.
What about your partners? Did they pick
Yeah,
you up?
Sheldon Windley freaking knocked it in.
Oh, all right.
You got the read. Hey, if you take the break out of it and just hammer it into the back of the cup,
Every once in a while, it's
you're gonna make
right?
it. So it was a fun day. It was cool. We were able to hit a bunch of bombs and a bunch of wedges. So got some use out of my new grips, and it was cool. It was a good day. And then we went to Ironstone. Went and saw Hank Williams, and ended the weekend off right.
How was Hank?
It was really good.
Yeah.
He put on a show. I'd never seen him before. I've heard absolutely terrible things about Hank. I've heard that he's got so drunk that he forgot the words to his own songs. I've heard about your story about him just playing the new songs that no one cares about.
And just rambling.
And just talk, I was expecting like these long speeches about freaking build the wall or some shit.
Yeah.
And no, he kept it pretty short. Kind of transitioned to all his hits, and I didn't realize how many hits he had, and how many songs I knew. And It was cool. He sat down, got a little intimate with Country Boy Can Survive.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah.
that's my favorite one.
Gave some shout outs to Northern California, which was cool. And ended off. I mean, he was playing the piano with his feet at one point in time.
Elton John?
It was crazy. It was absolutely
Was
nuts.
it a rowdy crowd?
It was no, it was a pretty tame crowd.
Yeah.
It was there was a lot of weed smoke.
Oh yeah.
But it was cool. It was a good experience.
How about getting out of there?
So no one tells you about that. Like everyone's like, "It's such a great venue. You're so close and so intimate, and the grass seats are unbelievable." Like we had unbelievable. Like I was not about to spend $400 on freaking front row tickets, but
no.
we
Go back to Edgewood for that money.
Yeah, exactly. We play freaking band in dunes or something. But it we had some unbelievable seats. But as soon as he played Country Boy Can't Survive, like half the crowd got up and left, and I'm like, this is weird. Like we're still like 45 minutes left in the show, like, and I could just see like the cluster on the side of the hill.
Oh yeah.
One gate in, one gate out. And there was about 5,000 people in 5,000 freaking Dodge pickup straight pipe trucks with freaking train horns blaring Hank Williams Jr. for 2 hours. We were sitting in traffic for it took me 3 hours to get home.
Yeah, that's legitimately, like, I remember when I went and saw Hank there a few years ago. Like, you might as well pack a little barbecue, some steaks, and a cooler of beer for after. And just go party after in the parking lot.
Absolutely.
And wait for everybody to leave. Because I remember trying to get out of there. You know, you had redneck hillbillies bringing you original stones to your window as you're driving. Like, hey, fucking, here you go. You're going to be sitting here for 2 hours.
Yep. So the entertainment after the concert was awesome. So it was a cool wrap up. I could have easily drove to San Francisco and saw a concert and gotten home sooner than I did from the 45-minute drive to Ironstone. But
as much as I wanted to go, I'm glad I didn't.
It was probably smart.
Because had I had that experience and drank all those beers and then tried to wake up and go to commute to school for the first day,
it would never happen.
I would have been hurting.
You'd have missed day one.
Yeah, they would have been like, "You smell like booze," sitting at my table. Like,
great supervisor,
right? How did you get to this class? Don't worry about it.
Ubered. Yeah. So it was a cool ending to the weekend, and it was fun. But looks like so. Let's wrap it here. This is going to be a little bit longer one, but we are going to be releasing our Edgewood video, and then shortly after that, we'll be releasing our Tacoma video and our Tacoma podcast that we went up and recorded. Added a little bit longer, added some production value to the actual video itself, so it kind of is presented a little bit, kind of like a little short movie of our weekend up at Tacoma, and kind of, I don't want to say like just the Edgewood video, Tacoma, and some of our trips up to South Lake Tahoe with the American Century Classic Championship. We spent a lot of time up in the mountains, and I'm excited to go back next year. And I think it was a good mix with Tacoma and Edgewood, and seeing and being able to compare both of them, and letting the viewers and the listeners kind of see kind of our take on the two different styles of golf course and kind of the experience itself. So
I really hope that after we release Tacoma and Edgewood, that the people that have never played there go try it, because
absolutely,
you know, how many of our friends and family and people we know, extended friends, go to Tahoe a lot, but they never play Edgewood. Like, they always play the Lake Tahoe golf course on the way in, and they never play Edgewood. It's like, is it worth that money? Maybe $300 is a lot, but
it is.
Like, go play it. Go play it once. Just experience it. It's different.
It is absolutely different, and it's nothing like walking by the lake. It's unbelievable playing golf next to the lake.
Yeah, and you look around and you've got mountains in the background on one shot, casinos. They had a pool party going at the Hard Rock that was blasting so loud, you know, we could jam on a couple holes. And then you've got the lake and other views. It's like, I can't tell you if it is or isn't worth $300 around, but it's pretty damn close.
Absolutely. And it's only $300. Yeah. Like, at least, I mean, I don't know. It's my take on it. It's only $300, and in a couple months here in October, you can play it for under $200.
I was gonna say it goes down to like 185 or something like that.
So if you guys get an opportunity, go play Edgewood and check out our video. I want to thank everyone that's left a comment on Apple Podcasts and reviews. We've gotten some unbelievable, like, some compliments on kind of our production value. It's you guys understand this. We do this part time. This is not, we don't get paid to do this. We used to get paid by Wade's Farm. But
I don't even consider it part time right now. Like we're hit and miss to even.
Yeah, and we're gonna try and do a better job of getting more of these podcasts out. But it at times we're gonna take some breaks because certain things that take priority, like our main job, and family and football and all that. But so stay tuned. We really appreciate the likes, the comments, the follows on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Okay, we got like 3 Twitter followers, which is good. And I don't know. Stay tuned. We're gonna be bringing hopefully in the next couple of weeks a podcast out in Monterey, and then maybe one up in Mace Meadows Golf Course. Maybe
Mace Meadows. They need some love. We'll give them some love. We got to go play Saddle Creek.
Absolutely. So we got a weekend plan there. So we really appreciate you guys either watching, listening, the download, the subscription on YouTube, Instagram, TV, all that crap. So, Jeff, with that being said, let's wrap it at that.
Yeah. Aloha. We'll see you guys later.
Later, guys. Cheers.
Wearing all black, being aggressive, hitting bombs. Got to hit bombs off the tee to be able to get to those small sections. And that's what I'm going to do today. Hit bombs and attack the pin.